have here a challenge just for you. You see, I personally have faced a lot of difficulties around my mental and emotional health all of my life. But since I started doing carnivore, everything lifted away. That's why I have a challenge that is just 30 days for you to feel what it is to be free of all these little aches and troubles and frustrations and little unsatisfactions, because they are all diet related. You see, please make sure you understand that carnivore is a diet above all for healing. So if you want to lose weight, if you want to get stronger in the gym, those are all supplemental benefits. So know your priorities. You might gain a little bit weight at first, but your healing, is that not your first goal? Ask yourself, know thyself. The first thing you need to do is to rest properly. Everybody knows this. You should get 6 to 8 hours of sleep every single day. Then, we all know this as well, move your body. Either you have an active lifestyle or you exercise every day, whether at the gym or CrossFit or whatever. Do what works for you, but make sure your body gets some action. Thirdly, be occupied. For sure, most of us have jobs, but a lot of us are already passed into retirement. But make sure you do some tasks, you do some errands, or you learn something new. Or if you feel like that, go have some fun, go watch some videos on the internet or whatever. Just make sure from these three you're doing the one that feels best right now. Don't force fun just to pass time, but don't force yourself to work if you're already retired or you are free to do things you feel more like doing right now. The fourth and last step is to eat meats, 100% meats, because a lot of what's out there, you buy some frozen ground beef and it's like 5 to 10% is filler and preservatives and potato starch and soy, whatever. Make sure it's 100%. And from this you can choose, for example, for breakfast, you can eat some pork, you can make some bacon at home since most bacon is not 100% meat. For lunch you can have some chicken, and for dinner you should have some beef. This is the only meal that you must do every single day. And if you do that one, you will have to eat a lot. That's why I say only eat a lot at dinner, because all work will be done for the day. But since you are starting and you've probably been used to eating 3 meals a day, maybe with snacks, just stick to dinner and lunch and breakfast. You can divide meats equally. If, for example, you eat 500 grams here, 500 grams there, 500 grams there. So that's, I believe, 1.2 pounds of meat per meal. This is an example number. It has nothing to do with you or with me. What I mean is that you divide things. Make sure you eat enough fat. Fat is a pillar. Fat should encompass at least, I messed it up. So bigger or equal to 10% of what you're eating in terms of volume. For example, lions do 15 to 30% of what they eat by volume. Well, so visually, you buy a steak, at least 10% of what you're seeing in front of you should be fat. The more the merrier. You will not absorb too much, as long as you're not taking bile supplements, you will not absorb too much fat. Don't worry about it. It's just gonna go out in the bathroom. So this is a guideline for you. This is the bare minimum. Make sure you're also eating enough meat because of the protein. Protein is key as well. Make sure you're also drinking water as much as your thirst tells you. These are the 3 only essential macronutrients. So you cannot fail any of these. So I recommend that instead of you just feeling yourself, oh, it's tasting good, let's eat more. No, relax. You don't need to go full, but you should eat only when satisfied, because if not, you're gonna be grumpy. I want you to be satisfied. So eat as much protein as you will be satisfied with, eat as much fat as you'll be satisfied with, and eat as much water as you can satisfy yourself with. So maybe it would taste better or whatever if you ate a little bit more meat or a little bit more fat or drink a little bit more water, but you're already satisfied. So don't force it just because it's gonna taste great, because if you do so, you're gonna end up eating 2 kilos of meat in a row just because it's tasting good. No, just relax. Realize that your body is probably, unless you're coming from keto, is used to running on carbs, and you are going to say goodbye to them, and thus carbs will go to fat in terms of energy. And so if you're feeling cravings, just eat more fat so that your body can convert. Just like I said, know your priorities. This is a transitional phase. Your body will transition through what it has done all its life to a new, more efficient fuel. But you might feel like crap most of the month. But by the later days, you will realize what it is to feel health, what it is to feel well-being. So I recommend that you do what works for you. Just know if you want to go bare bones and simplify, you just need to do a beef dinner. Make sure it's fresh, or any other type of ruminant, for example, deer, elk, bison, sheep, goat, salt and water. Why do you need salt? I mean, lions are not eating salt. Yeah, that's right, they are not eating salt, but they eat nose to tail, mostly. And they probably eat some blood as well, so they get enough salt, and they are probably not healing because they have not done a horrible diet all their lives. And that's why if you're not eating nose to tail, if you are not drinking blood, you need to add the sodium, because the sodium would be otherwise there if you ate organs and whatnot. You're worried you're gonna get too much salt? Don't worry. If you get too much, you'll get an headache, so you will know your limit. About water, drink whatever water works for you. I personally recommend purified water. You can buy it from some brands, or you can buy a reverse osmosis filter to filter it at home and enjoy the purification way more simply. So my conclusion of the day is that if you cheat, you will feel like a cheater, like you've done all your life, just like I did all my life. I felt like crap because I was eating what was not adapted to my body. But you eat 100% meat, I messed it up right there, you will feel your best. Because whether we can come up with all these different theories, we came up from eating a lot of large mammals in the early ages of human beings or whatever. This has all theories and speculations. But this is evidence The fact that you can go online and see a whole bunch of testimonies of people that were eating all these other different diets, from Mediterranean, from a lot of plants or whatever, and now they're doing purely carnivore and they feel their best. They are like flabbergasted that it is possible to feel this well. Things like obsession that people thought were like incurable, like that's your personality. No, it's not your personality, it's food. So make sure you eat 100% meat on your carnivore challenge, and then tell me how you feel in the comments afterwards. Know your priorities. It will be healing first. Most of the first month will not feel great, but as long as you do this, make sure it's fresh because of histamine intolerance. As long as you follow this, it will be okay. I personally have tried a lot of only one meal a day because it's the only one necessary, and you do more fasting. But I mean, let's be honest, you're still used to another type of eating, and you have a family in town and they are inviting you for breakfast or for lunch or whatever, and you say no. I mean, if you at least go there to drink a water, but do what works for you. But it might be perfectly okay if you do breakfast, lunch and dinner every single day, and at least you won't be thinking of food. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you know somebody who can benefit from trying this challenge, send them the link. Maybe you've already tried, maybe you're already carnivore and you want to incentivize someone to do it, send them the link. And yeah, if you want to check more videos just like this, hit that subscribe button. There are plenty of videos already on my channel and there will be plenty more to come. Thanks.